Mythomorphia. I am, excited about these books every time they come to me. Just such imagination Kirby has. This is an uncorrected manuscript for limited distribution, so I got this from the publisher. So I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be exactly like the real version, but we'll take a look anyway because it's certainly gorgeous. The usual intensely ridiculous amounts of detail in each page where everything's hidden, but this is all mythological creatures, of course. So you're going to see kind of stories that you've seen before in mythology, illustrated in the Kerby Rosanes way. Got a beautiful phoenix with swords coming out, and a pumpkin, and a feather. Just always, these books are just so gorgeous. And I know some people think that they should shy away from these if they're not a quote unquote good colorist yet, but I actually feel the opposite about books with lots of little detail and grayscale like these have in them. These actually help beginning colorists, in my opinion, because you can see on this troll's beard right here, you'll know, oh, where all these lines are, that should probably be darker, and then the center part would be lighter and then goes down into darker again. Same thing with the mushroom. Right up next to the mushroom cap, there's lines indicating that'll be darker. So I really think that these are great books for beginning colorists. It's all a matter of taste. If you like the subject matter, you're going to have a fun time coloring it, and really, who cares if you mess it up, because you can just turn the page and go to the next page. That's how I feel about adult coloring. There are no rules. It's nothing here that you're supposed to be beating yourself up about. You're supposed to have fun. So just get out. And also, I just see so many people struggling with, well, how do you know which color to use? It's just, does it really matter? It doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're trying to turn out something that's an artist masterpiece, then yes, indeed, go invest in a $2 color wheel and research what colors look together, and use complementary colors and adjacent colors and do all those things that are specific and artsy that if you took an art class they'd tell you to do. But I kind of throw all that out the window, and I just pull out a bunch of markers or pencils that I like the looks of, and I start coloring with them. And maybe you'll pick a color that you don't like next to a different color, but that's a learning experience, isn't it? And next time you won't put those two colors together. A lot of times oftentimes I have a certain group of colors that I really like together. So I actually just write those numbers down so that I'll remember next time. Oh yeah, I like this red with this orange to do shading and highlighting. So, that's an idea for you. I'm not really talking about the pictures because they kind of speak for themselves, but I just love this stuff. The Sphinx with, a person's face, and just gorgeous. This eagle has a forest on his back, and a 8 of diamonds coming out of his feathers. Who thinks of this stuff? But I just think it's fabulous. This book is a little bit smaller than the other books. Let me just grab, if I can find it real quick here. Here's a Mythomorphia. So it's a tiny bit, well, actually quite a bit smaller. You can kind of see there's a little bit difference. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if my copy is a final copy or not, but it is a little bit smaller. So that might be good or bad, depending on, sometimes I like a smaller book just because it doesn't take quite as long to color a page. Ooh, I can't believe I stopped on the Medusa because I really hate snakes, but I'll give that page to somebody else to color. Lots of cool dragons. This would be a really great book if you have guys in your life that you think you might try to get into your hobby with you. This would be a book that guys, I think, would really get into. Lots of skulls and knives and weapons and cool animals. Not too many. Of course, right here's a fairy, but the fairy is dwarfed by a mean-looking tree. So most of this book is going to be more of your monster and tough-looking horses and things. There's your Cyclops. So it's got some things, that are right out of the three-headed dog, right out of specific mythology that you've heard. And then a lot of it is just, of course, out of Kerby Rosanes' imagination. Here are the little things to search for. So you've got all these things to search for, and when you find them, you can come and, what I do is I actually come back and color them in. I pick a color for all of them just because I like the way that looks, and then I just come back, and when I find it, I color it in. So that's how I do it, but you can do it however you want to. And if that makes you cranky and you don't want to do that, then you can just go right here to the answers and it has them all circled where all the things are. I also really like to use these miniature pictures. We were talking about color before. So I will go to these and test out colors. So if I think, oh, I wonder what it would look like if I did this dragon's body purple and his wings in orange. Well, I might try that and then decide if I like it or I don't like it. So it's just another little way to test colors. And of course, they would like for you to share anything that you color with Mythomorphia. Not exactly sure how they want it spelled or how they want that pronounced, but that's how I'm going to say it. It does not go on sale until April 11th, but I would highly recommend that you get an advance or, order it in advance on Amazon. It's kind of cool the way they do it. They do have a guarantee that if you order something and the price changes, you are guaranteed to get the lowest price from the time that you order it to the time that it's delivered. So you never really have to worry about, oh, if I order it now and then the price goes down, I'm gonna not get a good deal. That's not true. You'll get the best deal that happened within the whole amount of time that you ordered the book. So I think it's actually a great way to go because it usually is less money. And they don't actually take the money out of your account until they ship it anyway. So that's not, you're pre-ordering it, you're agreeing to buy it, but let's say at the last minute, like this happened to me with one of the Joanna Basford books, it ended up being delayed on Amazon, and I happened to see it at Barnes & Noble. So I just went ahead and bought it and canceled my order on Amazon, and that's not a problem. So if you feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to, just go ahead. If you really want the book, go ahead and pre-order, and then you can always cancel it. So anyway, there it is. Mythomorphia, same author as Mythomorphia. Obviously, you can tell that. And let's see, I must have the other one out in my coloring section. Oh no, here it is. And Mythomorphia. So I highly recommend all three of those books. And if anybody has probably nobody has these yet because I guess they're not out. So I'm just assuming that they're going to be this bigger size, but it'll be interesting to see if they decide to make this one a little bit smaller.